if you've forgotten how to love yourself, it's not because you're broken. It's because you've been taught to believe that you're not enough. I wanted to talk about how you can instantly make yourself feel more loved. Because right now you're comparing. You're constantly beating yourself up for basically no reason. And for some reason you think that's going to make your life better if you're angry with yourself. But truthfully, if you just give me a few minutes of your time, I'm going to help you see yourself differently. Not by hyping you up, not by creating all these edits that I normally do on my channel, but by showing you that you're actually enough. I remember a few years ago when I was back in school, or even when I was at work a few years ago, for my first ever few jobs, I always wondered why I compared myself to others. And I always tried to stop myself from comparing to the people that I thought that seemingly were better than me, right? They were earning more money than me, they looked better than me, I had acne all over my face, and I genuinely hated my life because everything I ever did was because of other people. Even if I told myself I want to improve, even if I said, yeah, I need to stop doing this one thing, I need to fix my habits, I need to get a skincare routine. Truthfully, all of these things weren't for me. I was just feeding into other people. I was actually giving other people the benefit and not myself. You see, the truth is I was constantly thinking about what I could do instead of what I already could see myself as. The person who can have a great body, the person who already has the money, who has the looks, who has the confidence. But instead, I sought out ways in a loop, like everyone else does, on how to figure out the solution. If you've already read this cup, congratulations. You're heading in the right direction because you're noticing the details. But moving forward, I want to let you know that the day I actually stopped trying to be perfect for everyone else and started actually appreciating what I have, that's when things came to me. It's the process of detachment. You see, when you're not thinking about how to change your life through a solution by doing a skincare routine or maybe doing a workout routine because you have to do it and you want to do it and it runs away from you, therefore the things you chase, they won't come to you, right? You won't get the benefit of doing that. But when you detach, that's when the results truly come. That is the day I literally saw myself in the mirror and said, you know what? Screw any self-improvement routine. I just want to do action. I want to know what I could do right now and take action right there and there instead of constantly using the energy, the excess potential within my own mind that gets me nowhere. That's why I created this channel, so that these short videos, they're not just motivation, but they give you inspiration, at least 3 steps to change your life. Because at the end of the day, you could listen to as many videos as you want, but if you're not actually taking action, right, after each video, or at least after every few videos, and you just do it maybe once or twice a week, or maybe a whole week, and then you stop, then none of it matters. But when you watch something like this, where I can truly give you value, you can now see that what you are is what you do, because truthfully, information doesn't care about you. A self-improvement routine doesn't care about you. What cares about you is you taking that one small step forward. Exactly why I created a community called the Step by Step Club. By the way, you can join that down below, first link in the description. I want you to understand one thing, that the mistake that most of you guys follow, or girls if you're watching this. Self-love doesn't come after achievement. That's the biggest lie you've been sold. So what do I mean by that? What do I mean by self-love doesn't come after achievement? When you achieve something, you think that now you'll finally love yourself. Now, okay, if I achieve this one thing, maybe I'll have a bit more self-love. Maybe I'll attract the person that I desire. But truthfully, self-love comes before anything, before any achievement, before any action step you take. When you have self-love, it means several things. It doesn't mean, I'm going to tell myself I love myself. You know what, I'm going to go to the gym and maybe I'll love myself. You have to do nothing. You don't even have to go to the gym. You don't even have to journal, nothing. People tell you you have to because on YouTube videos, right, when you're watching, they want to keep you hooked. I want to keep you hooked when you watch my videos. So when I say journal and do all the stuff, it can help. But self-love comes before achievement, not after doing the thing. Self-love comes from when you can let go. When you can tell yourself, instead of saying, I want, you can say, I already have. Instead of saying, I'm going to chase this, you say, I intend to already have this one thing or this success. You see, when you can enable yourself to get into this state within your own mind that you already have the thing that you want, rather than wanting to have the thing that you say you want but never get, and it never comes to you, you let go of any importance that you're going to have this thing. You detach from any outcome that you say you're going to get this one thing, but you never do. Self-love comes from just letting go and completely accepting the current state you're in. Truthfully, when you understand that self-love comes before achievement, not after, it doesn't come after achievement. Oh, I need to do this, then self-love comes to me. When you understand that, you can begin to look within. And when you look within, by understanding that you just have to let go, you need no routine. You don't need to go to the gym. You don't need, whilst it helps, right, and it builds confidence over time, when you realize that it comes before achievement, guys, you instantly find more love within yourself. I guarantee you that you will absolutely find more love within yourself if you let go. Let go of the needing to achieve. Drop the importance that other people are doing things that you aren't. Therefore, you're comparing yourself. If you drop that need of achievement, of needing to fulfill something, your whole life will shift. And you'll finally find more love within yourself. If you don't fix this, you'll spend your whole life chasing approval you'll never feel. Every single time that you don't build self-love internally, and every time you focus on what others are thinking about you and comparing, even if you had the love of your life, even if you had the success, guess what's going to happen? That self-love won't be self-love. You'll just crave validation more and more and more. So you'll do bad things. You'll start spending all your money on the wrong things, talking to the wrong people, because you've built up the notion and idea that I must work, I must become successful, I must achieve X, Y, Z, and in the silent brackets, for someone else, because you crave validation. And so we use the concept of letting go and the self-love coming before achievement, not after achievement, and we just accept and let go of this notion and idea that everything we do is for everyone else. And we revert it back to returning to ourselves and realizing that the self-love comes internally, the self. I hope that makes sense. So moving forward, as you're watching this video, I want you to ask yourself, how many times do I truly want to improve for myself? Or is it truly maybe just for other people? I guarantee you the latter is true, that it's for other people. So now, knowing this and bringing this attention and awareness to this like kind of perspective you might have had, how can you then move from focusing on other people and what you want from them and maybe like the validation that you crave, how do you switch that to completely yourself? Well, we've already talked about how self-love comes before achievement, not after, so therefore let go of the idea that you have to do something or chase an outcome. But another thing you should understand is positive visualization. I want you to think every single day of the outcome that you desire in your minds. Not the result, not what you actually want, like the success and Lamborghinis and all of this rubbish, or maybe like a partner in your life, but the steps you could take. Whenever you receive a sign in your mind that you have, I could maybe do this, instantly think of the first step that you could take. And why is this important? Because when you think of the first step you can take, well, then you find motivation in the step that's right in front of you, and you won't be overwhelmed and you won't feel demotivated because you don't have to do all these other things that are just so, like, there's so much of it. There's so much of this steps that you have to take that when you focus on one, you find motivation in just one. You can take that action right there and there. That's the value you won't find on YouTube. Because on YouTube they tell you, then have this plan and step 1, step 2, step 3. Guys, yeah, do the whole thing all at once. Focus on the first step. If it means getting out a piece of paper and writing out, what do I want? Because you thought of the idea, you thought of this, like, just imagine what you could have in life. Just picture it right now. The success, the love, the peace of mind, the health, the body that you want. Now think instantly, what step could I take right now? And I promise you, the moment you do that, you'll receive a light bulb moment in your mind. Oh wow, okay, you know what, let me get a piece of paper out, let me write this. Do that. Write it down, whatever comes to mind. That's what's known as the 6th inspiration, or the 8th wonder of the world, right? Where it's an inspiration sense. It's one of the senses that we cannot see, but we have. You have touch, smell, taste, hearing and all this, but this sense, you can't leave it unnoticed. It's what's been calling you. It's what's been giving you the signs. You have to listen to them. So what is it that you want in life? And picture it in your mind. And whatever step you get in your mind that you have to take, write it down. And then begin taking action accordingly as you move throughout your life. So if you can do these two things, you can detach from outcomes. You can let go of importance on having to achieve a certain outcome because of certain people and stuff, and then obviously having the visualization in your mind of the positive goals that you have and the success you want, and then taking action, the first step. You've just received a recipe for absolute long-term domination. Screw thinking about, I need to achieve success quickly. Guess what? You'll get that quickly if you let go of importance, if you let go of the need to prove yourself of any outcome, and you'll find success very quickly. That's how I managed to build this channel to over 70,000 subscribers in just 4 or 5 months. Because I let go of importance. I told myself, hey, you know what? I did this when I was younger, this YouTube channel stuff. I've got a lot of experiences that I can relate to a lot of you. I know what it's like to struggle. Let me just create this YouTube channel. I don't care about views. I don't care about subscribers. I'm just going to do it. And there is also one more thing that will absolutely transform your self-worth. And if you feel invisible, this is going to be for you. I could talk about it for hours on this channel, but I won't. But you can quickly just go down on the description below and click the link, and you'll find the school community there. But anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. It's been obviously raw and I haven't edited it, but I'm not going to kid you guys and be making all edited videos all the time. I want to create raw videos like this sometimes. If you want to find more raw videos, you can also click down in the description below, the second link, and comment on there, and we'll just have a little chat in the comments. More kind of personal. If you enjoyed this video, I'll see you on the next one.